the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up, oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's race day. 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 Crank it up. Oh.
Last time we were here, there was truly magic in the air. Tonight, will that magic be reclaimed? Only one way to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to PTM Racing TV, and welcome to the Green Mountain Girls Fast and Fun Truck Series live from New Hampshire Motor Speedway here in Loudon, New Hampshire. It's time to bring the magic to the Magic Mile here and now on PTM Racing TV. I got a Rhode Island, the Crusader, Christian Driver, and welcome. And as we get ready to settle them off down for the night's action, take a look at our starting lineup here on the pole. We'll see Josh Ball in the 6 is outside. That'll be the Mullen Man, Robert Lawrence in the 5. Row number 2, that's Richard Fornshell, and the number 90 is outside. That's the 4 of the Marauder, James Harris. Row number 3 is going to be Trey Whitehead, and the 33 is outside. The 34, Sean Boundy. Row number 4, it's going to be George Young. In the number 48 is outside Christian Wilcox in the 53. Row number 5 is going to see John Thacker, the attacker, Colin Lives Matter, and that 56 is outside. Craig's Eddie Fan Janzik in the 40. Row number 6 is going to be Craig's Forsyth Air, and the 76 is outside. The 8, Sheldon Pearson. Row 7 C, Stephen Pless, and the 69 is outside. That is the 2 of Russ Duffel, Bor Kilgore. Row number 8 is going to be Tyler Meeks, and the 35 is outside. The 28, Justin White. Row number 9 sees the Man Beast, William Mann Jr., and the 29 is outside. That's the 22, Steve Clegg. Row number 10 is going to be Brandon Ball, and the B17 is outside. Joshua Caudill in the 23. Row number 11 is Dan the Man Star, and the 20 and the 14 is outside. That's Daniel Half in the 32. Row number 12 sees Brock Whitehead, and the 82 is outside. That's Jonathan Diamondback Diamond in the 39. Row number 13 is Charles Whitehead, and the 51 is outside. It's the 54, Robert Gillard. Row number 14 is going to be Robert Wynn, the 16 is outside. Garth Snyder in the 88. Row number 15, Robert Wynn Jr. in the 89 is outside. That'll be Zach Derrick in the 10. Final stars, Adam Scrum in the 95. Rounding out your field here tonight. Field getting ready to go out of here now. I'm going to get that technical difficulties out of the way right now as well. Try to get our screen refreshed. I guess there's no refreshing it. We're just got to go with it. Well, just go with it, they say. Well, then let's just get down to it. Off to the green. Let's get going. The roar of the Green Mountain Grill Fast and Fun Truck Series brings us down, sailing into turn 1, down into turn 2 here. Off a shut and slot maneuvers here. Everybody looking for runs, looking to stay out of control here. Already turn 2 though, offering, giving us a little bit of headaches down there. Trouble back on the back. That's the 89 of Robert Wynn Jr. spinning it out immediately out of turn 2. Problems there for him as they count him off at turn 4. Josh Ball on the number 6 now coming through the field, kind of marching his way down. Oh, there's trouble. Here we got caution. Robert Wynn and Daniel Half this time getting into it. Not the start what these Green Mountain Girls wanted to see, but unfortunately there's not a whole lot you can do. Take a look at it from this angle here. Looks like Half just overdrives turn 3 and 4. It's easy to do here. It's a very flat track area. Gets into Robert Winslow Jr. Actually gets loose out of 2, and turn 4 sees the old man get a beaten down from half, unfortunately. Tough break there for all drivers involved. Thankfully, no one is injured or in trouble, so they will be back out on the field ready to get back down to it. Take a listen in now and have a word in with our drivers here tonight. We'll start off from Southern Speed Motorsports, giving it out to the 53 of Christian Wilcox. And Wilcox, right now a lot of work down here to be done. Obviously, you had a great showing back at Daytona, but now you're on a much different variety of a track tonight, sir.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a different track and a good challenge. I'm gonna try to save tires. Hopefully we have some longer runs, and I think that's what's gonna put me over and get me close to the front if I can just save that right front.
That's gonna be a lot of work to do and a lot of time to be had. But Wilcox, appreciate your time. We'll see what happens.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good night.
The 53, Christian Wilcox, ladies and gentlemen, coming on board here. We'll listen in later on to him as well as other drivers. Have a listen in real quick here with Triple Trey came to play Whitehead if he is in the call list. Looks like he's hanging around the mid-pack racing crew tonight here. I'm not sure why he's hanging over there, but we'll listen in now as he joins us in from the mid-pack racing guys for the night anyway. Trey, I don't know if you're an honorary member or what you're doing down there, bud.
Yeah, we're just chilling out. You know, we've got three from each team, and yeah, we're hanging out down there with Thacker and Kilgore and George. You know, just having some fun, seeing how it goes tonight.
Fair enough, I suppose, but nevertheless, obviously, you got a lot. It's taken a lot playing out on this track. Obviously, this is one of your personal bests, it seems like, when we see you out here, because you've been able to get in the top 5, top 10 quite frequently. How difficult, though, is it to keep up with that scenario and keep up with the scene?
Yeah, it's a little difficult. I can tell some guys are trying some different strategies. I hear them downshifting and stuff already through the corner, but we're just going to stick the course with what I think is best, and if I don't like it halfway through, we can always switch it up and see how it works. But yeah, we got top 5 right now, so yeah, we'll see how it works.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, do appreciate your time here tonight. We'll see how it all plays down to the track.
Yep, appreciate it.
Triple Trey, came to play Whitehead, ladies and gentlemen, coming on board and having a little listen in. Field will march their way off as a turn 1 and 2 this time by 3 and 4. They restart the line. Then the Marauder James Harris will have to find his way around the 6 of Josh Ball. Ball seems like he's been pretty much the new Lorenzo around here. He's been pretty much manhandling this track and giving it quite some runs out here. William Man coming on board saying, "Go William, the Beast Man, William Man." The Man Beast getting a little love from Papa Beast over here. I love it. Lining him off down the corners of turn 3 and 4 this time by the Marauder. Looking to set the tone and get something going on Josh Ball. Not wanting to let Ball just run away from this one all night long. We'll see if this happens here, though. Back to the green flag. It's a charge ahead. And that Win Dixie 6, man, he got a good run off, good speed, good momentum. There's just one little downside to his little idea, and that's the fact that everybody wants a piece of him coming off the corners. Oh, no, trouble for Thacker. John Thacker, the 56, getting sent to the Shadow Realm. That's another region down there you don't want to get sent to. He's got major damage on the 56, and unfortunately, that could be a bit of a benefactor here for some other drivers. Maybe not so much for those cones down there. We'll have to see what happened to the PTM Instant Replay, though. Looked like he might have overdrove it slightly. He may have got himself into trouble earlier. Turn 2 is going to be where most drivers are going to have problems all night long. It's a slick spot up there, and it's a very tough spot to hit right. And Thacker, no help there, all on his own. But unfortunately, I think he was kind of wishing that was the complete opposite here. I think he'd rather have someone actually said that they got him good and just kind of left it at that here. Speaking of getting them good here, let's talk to one driver that got everyone good last time we were here from Oval Sim Performance, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up to Zanny fan Craig Janzik. And Janzik, last time we were here, sir, last laps, last minute battle, and Eli the Wild Child took you to the wire. But now returning out to the track that made you pretty much famous for that season. How was it feel to be back?
Feels really good to be back. I love this place. Very, very, very fun track to drive. So many lines to choose from. You could even choose from different gears. You can get into the broadcast and explain to the people what we're talking about there. But yeah, we've already made a lot of moves. Up 5 in what, a lap, maybe 3/4 of a lap green flags. So I'm feeling really good. I love our piece.
You actually going to be trying to do a little bit of that gear shifting down in tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna be looking at it for maybe after we get maybe 10, 15 laps of wear on the tires. When the RPMs drop down, just based on the pace, we're thinking shifting is going to be the move, and when we get the appropriate level of tire heat, it'll be really good as well. So, yeah, I'm thinking about dropping to 3rd in corner entry and going from there.
Well, we'll see if that plays out perfectly for you in the crew here tonight. And thank you for your time, Jantic.
My pleasure, buddy. My pleasure. We'll hopefully talk to you afterwards.
Sounds good, buddy. The Zanny fam, number 40 there, Greg Jantic, trying to make his charge and make his presence felt. Meanwhile, also from 3 Wide Motorsports, coming up to the cliffs here. He came up, put a little fight there to ball, but falls back to Fornshell. Here is the Marauder, James Harris. Now Harris, at the moment, currently, you've been fighting it out with Ball and the rest of the crew here, but it seems like the track is tearing up more drivers than anything else.
That's what it seems like so far, but yeah, man, on that last restart, my teammate kind of snookered me a little bit there. He didn't tell me when he was going to go. He just took off, so I lost that spot to Forney. But this is going to be a hard-fought race. This setup is real hard on the right front, so I'm not really good with tight setups. So I'm just going to take her easy, and hopefully we can maintain that tire wear tonight.
Do you think maybe as the track kind of gives you a little more freedom, a little more leeway with some rubber on there, do you think you can get it to loosen up slightly, or is it going to be tight all night?
Yeah, I think it's going to be tight most of the race. However, I put some rear brake in it to kind of hope I can heat up that rear tire on entry to maybe I can lean on it a little bit more on exit. And we'll see if it works.
We're sure there. Well, nevertheless, Harris, do appreciate your time here tonight, sir.
10-4, thank you.
The Green Mountain Grills number 4 driver of the Marauder, James Harris, coming on board here now as we get ready to get back to the action here. Josh Ball, once again, will be the man in charge of the field. He sets the tone. He sets the field in. Race fans, if this is your first time joining us here on PTM Racing TV, first off, thank you so much. And if you would, please be sure to like and follow us up here on Facebook. Head over to that YouTube and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a beat, you never miss a show. All races from Facebook go over to YouTube, or vice versa, go from YouTube to Facebook, because we do have live streams on YouTube. So what are you waiting for? Don't miss any of the action when we go live. Still quite a bit of chunks of laps left here to watch here tonight. Back to the green flag we go. Firing him up down across out of turn number 2 here. Richard Fornshell making his presence felt, but unfortunately for him, he ran into a bounty hunter. Here comes the Sanoa 34, Sean Bounty. He must have been looking either at the book of Boba Fett and said, I must play into the same bounty hunter tactics and sneak my way into the enemy territory lines, or that, or he just found a good racing Bible to read from. I'm not sure. What verse did he get? Hold on, let me see it. Checkpoint 2. Oh yeah, here it is. Chronicles verse 10 of 8. When in time of speed's crisis, I find myself trapped, I trust in the power of speed, and I'll make them get whacked. Okay, who wrote that in the racing Bible? What the heck? Well, whatever he did, it must have worked out quite well, because he pretty much just whacked his way up to the front. Fornshell had nowhere to go and managed to sneak his way ahead. The man beats William Manns Jr., though, now making a run off here on the number 2 of Rusty Fullboard Kilgore. Kilgore up 1 right now, started 14th. Man Jr. up 3, started back at 17th, making his presence felt. The man beast wants something here tonight, and it's not just a piece of pie or a piece of cake or a little Thanksgiving pumpkin pie. He wants a whole full course meal. He wants some lobster down in the Magic Mile. And the only way to do it is to get up to the front and take sole possession. But the downside for him is he's still fighting with those cautions, as well as trying to figure out whether or not these drivers are going to go long-term or short-term on this track. It's a tough ordeal to deal with, and it's a tough call to really figure out, but when you get it dialed in, man, it works out perfectly in your favor. George Young, the number 48 F-150 machine, trying to push his way back into this fight as well. He's down 5, started 7th here tonight, is in 12th. Did tell me here today, yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about just kind of giving myself some points today and helping out my mid-pack racing team. Josh Ball looks like he's going to get tested here. As you see, a little hiding in the back of the bounty hunter, Sean Bounty, trying to get up there and take down. Well, it's kind of ironic. You got Josh Ball. I just remembered this. He's wearing the Vader helmet there. He's wearing the Vader suit and all. He's still in that Halloween spirit, but the one thing that's not changing during Halloween is that bounty hunter instincts of Sean Bounty. Here comes the Zany fan Craig Janzik now making his way up ahead. The Marauder James Harris falling back a few spots while his arch nemesis Triple Trey, he came to play Whitehead, sneaks his way up. Those two definitely have a lot of history to it. Not going to get into it here, but you know, part of it was done because of those long tracks and those short track racing mentalities. And I know one thing, the Marauder does not want to find himself on the receiving end again from these guys. Moving his way up to the front, Justin White now even having a little bit of position or speed in. He's currently getting up one spot ahead while the rest of the crew tries to hang in there. And good golly almighty, don't tell me I think I see what I see down there. It's the return of Stephen Pless to the track. But did he bring the lemonade stand around here? My golly, he did. He brought the lemonade stand. There you see it, down outside. It's there. I love it. The lemonade stand is back on PTM Racing TV, folks. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Pless, we missed you, buddy. He serves up ice cold lemonade. He serves up hard cold sliders when he feels like it. He will take no man to beat. He will take no prisoners if he has to. All will have to drink at his cold, hard, clean lemonade. Sugary, fresh, and tough to take down, and a little tough pill to swallow once in a while. Speaking of a tough pill to swallow right now, the Zany fan Craig Janzik, he's pretty much making everyone having a tough pill to swallow here, trying to figure out how to knock him down again. That's the thing about Janzik, man. He is just extremely tough to beat when he gets that bottom line down there, and he's extremely smart when it comes to how he hits every corner, he hits every spot here in New Hampshire Motor Speedway. If Josh Ball wanted to be tested, I think this might be the track he's going to get tested on if this Zany fan catches him. Halfway break here, we will catch a caution as well. Drivers will be instructed to take a quick little half stage break. So that's when the caution flag flies on out. Everyone will be put back into their stalls for just a second, or if you will, they don't have to. Coming right around here, everybody pacing a good run and a good position here still, though. It is the battle up front that gets us jimmering. The Champion Power Equipment number 40 still hammering down, trying to stick with it. You see the 5 of the Mullen man, Robert Lawrence, still having all sorts of problems here tonight. Go to our helmet cam and the onboard camera here, and you can just see he is still trying to get this thing to turn. Considering he had bad damage earlier on. Got caught off into the wall protection earlier and got himself into a bit of a pickle. As I say that, there is some trouble down there for Joshua Caudill. Let's take a look at this one. Caudill may have found himself in a little bit of a dill pickle moment here. He ended up getting spun around coming off of turn 2. Once again, turn 2 claims another lives. Wait a minute, Caudill in dill pickle? Nah, I don't think we can make a nickname for that. I don't think we can call him the dillest of pickles. Alright, sorry for the technical difficulty there, folks. Back to the action, though, as we lead it back from the pack of the pack here. Thacker, Half, and Robert Wynn Jr. all involved earlier on. A little bit of a scruffle, if you will, whether it be turn 2 or it be just trying to survive out here. Robert Wynn Sr. has left the track for a moment. He is not going to return to the track at the time. He's currently trying to get the truck fixed up. Wynn Jr. will have to hold the moniker for the wins there as they move their way down on the track stretch into turn 3 and 4. The 54 of Robert Gillard doing a pretty good job here hanging up top, trying to keep that 10 of Zach Derrick at bay. But you can see when you're on kind of an island like this, you better make sure you are set in stone and set in motion to keep your run off. Just a look in the back of the pack right now. Josh Ball currently leading this entire field in. Got about a 2-second gap there on Fornshell, and the Zany Phantom Janthic is trying to find a way around Fornshell and then up to the rest of the field. You heard the Marauder say earlier on, though, he was kind of surprised how quickly that his teammate just kind of snuck right by him. He was not expecting him to do it that quick, that kind of momentum. Usually when you're in a team event competition, usually they have a lot of communication going on, a lot of drivers talking with their friends, their peers, trying to figure out where they're going to be at in certain spots and in certain positions and hope for the best. But again, sometimes that communication gets lost in translation, and you sometimes don't forget, or excuse me, you will forget that you'll end up kind of getting caught on the receiving end rather than actually telling the other driver, hey man, I was going for this move, and instead it ended up turning into that move. Harris a little slow off there in the exit there. Now it looks like Sean Bounty making a good punch off that gap as Charles Whitehead, well, unfortunately for him, he ends up smashing the wall out of turn 2. Does refire it though, no caution given. We'll take a look at the PTM replay here. Oh! Actually, this time it was the 10 of Zach Derrick getting into him there, but nice save by the 51 of Coors Light's Charles Whitehead. I honestly thought another one was claimed at turn 2. I really did not think that there would be some contact made there, but again, it is a short track. If you consider a short track. It's about a mile in length, kind of a paperclip style track here tonight as we take a look at our track tech talk for the evening. Wind right now pretty holding up all right. The weather out here, 78 degrees. It's nothing too special, but unfortunately for them here in New Hampshire, this time of the year, that's hot. And that means that track is going to be a little bit tighter in the corners, a little tighter on the runs. Not going to slick up too much till later. You heard even some of the guys say they really are going to have to use their reliance on using the old gear shift down in ritual. Now you're probably wondering what are they talking about when they shift down in the gears? Well, like a road course, if you're going into a corner so tight, you got to get some RPM spilled up. Again, these trucks are driving a lot slower through these turns because they're again on a flat surface, which can give you a little 3-wide salute action here as the Man Beast had to deal with the 14 of Dan Starner and the 76 Gale Forsyth at the same time there. As I was saying though, because there is really no banking, you really have to get these things to take a set and calm down. So once you get down to the bottom, you're going to have to end up either doing two things. Number one, shift down to help keep your RPMs up high and also help get the truck to steer in a little bit better. The more you can rotate the truck in, the better. Or the second option is, well, you try to basically keep it in that same gear and hope that it'll stick as the Mullet Man, Robert Lawrence, crashes the number 5 there on the back straightaway. Take a look at the PTM replay. Oh boy, he did more than just a straightaway. He was going for a full slider here on the 53 of Wilcox. Unfortunately, though, he found himself a little too loose for his own good and couldn't quite get it to control down there. Oh, man, that is a hard hit. 5 just completely smashing the tires in there. We'll take a look at his onboard camera here. This is what he was doing down here. And they can go below the yellow line, but there it is. You can actually hear that downshift. This is what got him loose. When he downshifted in his tires, rotated too much, kind of steered him off course and tried to bring it back on, but unfortunately it was not the case here. Damage up for the number 5, and the Mullet Man not having a start to his season like most would have assumed he would have had for all things considered. Very uncharacteristic of a driver is his stature, his technical callous and technicality he brings to the table. Now we'll see if that ends up playing to be a bit of a factor later on in his season. Right now on board here with Steve Clegg and that Silverado Chevrolet. Now Clegg, if there's a driver that knows a thing or two about being up here on the northeast coast lines of the world, that's definitely him. He lives down in Maine, so he's just a little bit of a drive away from the Hampshire Motor Speedway, which technically is his home track, I believe. But he hasn't had too much success here, and honestly, driving the Wonder Bread number 22 tonight, I thought maybe he'd be able to be a little more close to the front, but That has not been the case here. He has not had as much speed as some of the other guys have had as we go back on board with Caleb Forsythe. Forsythe with a lot of run, a lot of momentum off the corners into the turns, but again, he's still dealing with that added pressure. That one returning of Stephen Pless in 69. That's just great to see that lemonade stand back, man. I love seeing that thing. I don't know what it is. I just always love seeing it around, and it's good to have it back. That's all I could say. Remaining 50 laps now at stake here. Drivers are going to get a little bit more lenient, a little bit more aggressive, I would say. And you're getting a good look at it right here. Pless dives in low, does the same maneuver you saw Lawrence just move a minute ago. You can't throw sliders here, which, again, most drivers will tell you, you better figure out how to do quickly if you do it. But the downside is, see how you throw it just one bit off, you're going to find yourself into that wall protection. Lap times right now showcasing that Jandik is catching up there to Josh Ball. Ball's giving him plenty of room and plenty of reason to lose a little bit of time down there. That's kind of the struggle you deal with on a time-to-time basis, is trying to figure out how to stay ahead of a good chunk of the field and then how to figure out how to knock down the other chunk. For Janzik tonight, it's all about one thing, just proving that his win was not a fluke last season. Him and Eli the Wild Child went head-to-head in a barn-burner 20-lap shootout. Both drivers giving themselves a lot of room and a lot of leeway, but at the same time, no, they did not. Because in the final corners, coming off of turn number 3 and 4, they would collide and connect together in a major little hiccup there. They would not wreck it out by any means, but the way it looked, it could have gone either way when it came to who was getting the better of who. It was a hard move and a hard racing collision course, but they would bring it side by side to the end, and Janzik told me that day that, man, he was so proud of that race and so proud that he was able to hold the Wild Child off. He knew Childs could have just dumped him and took the win easily, but he said mass respect to him for at least giving him a fair shake at things and leaving it alone. Dusty Barbwell coming on board saying go Ravioli fans. Lawrence here tonight. Jeffrey Lee Bell coming on board saying rep the lemonade stand. Yeah, you gotta represent some around here, and tonight that lemonade stand is represented quite well. On board here with the PM Sons number 8 of Sheldon Pearson. He's been moving the chains up as well, getting a good run off, and looks like we're not gonna have a halfway caution here. Looks like they're going to let the drivers go all the way to the end. Last season, they would have a halfway caution right about at this point. So I'm presuming they're going to let them figure out how to deal with a long-term run and a long-term setup. If I'm being dead honest, I actually like that strategy. I liked having to actually find a way to race it out and making sure that all our strategies are put to good use. Unfortunately, though, there is a yellow. Don't think that was at the 28 and the 48, though. I think that actually was the halfway caution, so it looks like they are doing the halfway point cautions. Well, George Young got a whole fistful and a whole licking, too, from that one. Take a listen in, and we'll try and see what he's thinking about that here. George, you got a copy, sir?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, man, right there, I mean, caution came out probably the best of times, but what the heck happened between you and White?
Bad timing, nothing, I think he just, I broke a little, I was getting a little more aggressive on the brakes later in the run here, and I just don't think he was expecting it there, so. No big deal, no harm done here, we're still in it.
For sure there. Now, nevertheless, though, so far, I mean, you've had some good runs all season, staying in that upper tier of echelon, but now you're finding yourself in more of a desolate area where you got to start building some speed up. Do you think you can get it going?
I think I can, man. I'm feeling good. I'm liking these shorter tracks, and yeah, I think I can get up there.
All right, George. Appreciate your time here tonight, sir.
All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, George Young there on the call list here. we'll wait to see who all goes into pit road. I'm going to tell you right now, there's one guy I've got my eye on, though. I'm going to have a quick little chat here because we have not heard from him in a very long time, but all good things must wait for a minute or two. We have to wait it out. Brandon Ball looks like he's not going to wait it out. He's going to go back out. He's going to fight it out with the best of them. Let's have a listen in with him. From Southern Speed Motorsports, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Ball. And Brandon, right now the B17 currently faltering a lap down, but trying to get that back here. Well, how's the truck feeling?
It's been a lot better. It's been a lot better. I'll just try and get on a different cycle.
I was about to say, I think we had a little bit of cut off there, Brandon. I think the old glitch gotcha gremlins are coming at us tonight, so I'm going to bring it back into your spot here, but nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Ball. Unfortunately, though, we're going to kind of have to cut that one a little short because, again, you can see him actually blinking in and out badly, so we'll have to bring him in next time if we can here. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, returning to our show and from Oval Sim Performance, give it up for our lemonade stand man himself, Stephen Plesk. How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. How's it going there, Chris?
Doing all right. It has been a long time coming, though, since we've seen you here on the show.
Yeah, I had an unfavorable work schedule. Finally got a chance to come back and race. Having a blast tonight, even though I'm not running so well.
I was about to say, it may not be running well, but you're representing the lemonade stand well, I would say.
Oh yeah, we gotta give a big shout out to the lemonade stand. Those guys are always down.
Definitely there. So I gotta ask you right now, as you look to continue on and get things pushed a little bit more, do you think this will, you think this track can get played more in your favor if you can get things figured out?
I think the biggest thing I gotta do is I just burn up my tires on that last run. I just gotta save tires. If I can save tires, might be okay, because we started getting a pretty good run there right before the caution. But if I can be a little more conservative on the front end, I think we'll make a little more ground up on the back end.
For sure there. Whatever, that's best wishes and luck to you there, Steven.
Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, returning here to PTM Racing TV, it is the lemonade stand man himself, Stephen Plus. Alright, now race fans, we're going to get back to the action here, get settled down, but first, a word from our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race has been presented in part by our good friends over at Green Mountain Grills. When you guys need the best wood-fire pellet grills on the market, there is only one branded name that is trusted and rated by many, and that is the Green Mountain Grills. Be sure to check them out on their local listings at greenmountaingrills.com, as well as our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to find your next grill for your next outing. Remember, guys, it is rolling up on wintertime, but those things will hold up through the winters and the harsh falls and all that. You cannot be missing out. We come back to the green here. We'll have about 40 laps remaining here. Which one of these drivers will be able to maintain distance and maintain grip? For the number 6, Josh Ball, there's only one thing on his mind. Keep the Zanny fan behind. Green flag back on out. And the Marauder, James Harris, you can't forget about him, the Green Mountain Grill number 4. He knows a thing or two about running hard here at New Hampshire, but this track certainly makes him work a little bit tougher and a little bit faster. It's a challenge out there, and it's a lot of work, to say the least. Jansen going down to the bottom lane here, sneaks his way across. Whoa! Makes Josh Ball think about it a little bit. Last thing anybody wants to do is look in that rear view mirror and see a big yellow, orange, black thing coming at him. And I think I just got a message from Eli saying, "What did you say?" I'm like, "Well, nothing, Eli. It's okay, buddy." We'll just leave it at that. I'm coming down the back straightaway here at Triple Trey. Gained to play Whitehead. Now moving the chains up as well. He's back in the pack zone, fighting it off. Everyone else looking for their runs in where they can here. Garth Snyder in the 88. And I mentioned Eli again because usually he's the one running that usual scheme in those yellow, black, and white, or the yellow little, maybe a little orange and black and mixed between the Champion Power Equipment colors. It's kind of weird not seeing him in those colors here tonight, unfortunately, but know that work schedule kind of not working out in his favor, so hopefully we will see him coming up tomorrow night here on with the Champion Power Equipment Fast and Fun Series. You'll see those Cubs cars there down here on the track at Richmond Raceway. Later in the week, we go to Watkins Glen on Wednesday night, and on the 4th of November, we're going to go see some IROCs return as the Daytona International Speedway will see the shootout race. The rest of the week, we will be off on PTM Racing TV. I will actually be going and doing my own personal calls there for the races down here in my hometown, my home track. So if any of my Iowans are down anywhere near Carlisle, be sure to check out River Bottom Raceway. Well, shout out to my guys down there. Moving the chains up top here, coming around through turn 1 and 2. The Marauder is in trouble though. Teammate number 90 of Richard Forchell creeping on the low, creeping on the low, and creeping down in with a little solo. Yes, that was a Star Wars reference this time because we would put our eye back on Sean Bounty. He's currently trying to be the rebel scum of them all and try to knock them all down. The 34 Sean Bounty not able to get ahead there on the flip side of things, but he's going to dive it up high, maybe slingshot diamond it off of turn number 2. A lot of great speeds and great battles coming from each end of the track here, but it is right now between Fornshell, Whitehead, and Harris, with the Bounty kind of looming off in the distance, looking for a run or two. Impressive speed and impressive build up. Everyone keeping it very clean. Again, that takes a lot of work down here, especially considering there's really no banking down here at New Hampshire. You're basically driving on a track that's more built for open wheels or cars like Whelen Modifieds. Eli Child sings, I'll be there tomorrow, and I miss trucks. Eli, good to hear from you, buddy. I told you he was messaging me up, guys. He was around here somewhere. Speaking around here somewhere, Eli, might want to turn the channel off. My friend, the Zanny fam, is currently moving up ahead to Josh Ball, and he's in your color truck of all things, man. That's tough. I remember you were going off on these guys. You were building up a lot of speed, actually catching up to him in that last scout around. Josh Ball, though, managing to stay just far enough ahead, and the wind digs to. Oh, look out, look out. Woohoo! How on earth he was able to drift track that one around, I don't even know, but the Zanny fam lost a lot of time to Josh Ball for doing that. That thing was going so far right, I swear I could hear it yelling out something. Eli saying ready to hit my favorite track, Richmond. He's talking about Richmond Raceway, as we mentioned earlier on in the Cup Series tomorrow night. Those Fast and Fun boys and the Champion Power Equipment crew is going to have a lot of work to do. That is for certain. Back in the pack here right now, 39, Jonathan Diamond making his move up ahead of the field, while Adam Scrum, the 95, gets a little bumper there for his troubles. Justin White, we saw a little bit near in the Grinds 28, getting kind of contacting in there with George Young. George's admitting as much so that he felt it was more or less both drivers just kind of find themselves in a bad braking area and zone. Thankfully, no harm or foul done to their runs here. Obviously, that was during the caution break. And I just got that feeling, man, it probably helped them out more than anything, knowing that they don't have to worry about that too much. Drivers pacing their way through the track and into the fields. Janzik, oh my goodness, I don't even know how Greg Janzik found the speed he's doing, but right now he is catching back up to Josh Ball. Yo, a lap ago, a couple laps ago, he literally was spinning in turn 3. Now he's just dialed this thing up again, and Josh Ball right now, I gotta be thinking, is either putting two things in his mind. Number one, don't look at that mirror. Number two, do not worry about him. Just continue to focus on your tire wear, because if you have to, you push it later, not now. That is the key thing to survival here. Do not ruin your tires just because of where you're at in position. Janzik's going to think otherwise, though. Here it comes. Down through corners 3 and 4. And the Champion Power Equipment 40. Oh, he sends it straight in, but the Winn-Dixie 6 holds off. Josh Ball trying to keep his forward at F-150 power-based maneuvers ahead of the Chevrolet Silverado, but unfortunately for him, It's easier said than done to get rid of a Zanny fam around here. He just kind of hangs around. He won't let you go, and he won't get out of your way. He'll find a way to get ahead of you if he wants to. As a wise man once said on WCW television, "You don't care how big you are. He'll take you down one way or another." Ball trying to defend, trying to block, and you can see what he's trying to do. Actually, he's trying to keep Zanzik from going to the extreme bottom lane. But here's the problem again. Jantic's getting a really good runoff on that flat spot, and that's helping him build more speed. Again, the difference though being he's having to use a different gear. Got to really shift in downward and then make sure you time it just right to get a good runoff. Ball looking to block yet again. How is he able to block that well though, man? That's impressive to me because the 40 is getting a great run in entry. And that usually spells a disaster for the exit. But he's keeping it up pretty well, and Ball is able to defend it ever so much. And you can see he's actually taking a word off of the Zanny fam's book. Jantic maybe giving a little bit too much strategy and ideas for him here. Meanwhile, right behind him, the Marauder, James Harris, and the 33, Trey Whitehead, going to renew their rivalry a little bit. Harris, I gotta believe, probably not thinking too much of anything or really thinking any more about what's going on other than it's what's behind him and in front of him. As he told it to me earlier today, he's just been more stoic, if you will. He's not trying to get himself in trouble. He's just trying to find a way to get himself out of trouble. I told him if that was the case, then, well, I'd be doing a horrible job at that because I can't seem to find myself out of trouble if I even tried. Oh, speaking of finding themselves in trouble here, Joshua Caudill found himself in a bit of another problematic zone out of turn 2. This time it was with the 95 Adam Scrum. They will cut the caution out. Caution is out. So this time everybody will come to a dead rest and a slow down here. Let's take a look at the PTM replay though. That was a hard little lick there that sent boat drivers into the grassy plains of New Hampshire. Scrum barely just happened to 23 unfortunately, but it was enough to get boat drivers completely loose and out of their position. They are okay though, and they will reclaim their positions and get back on the track. Wherever they were at in position wise, that'll be how they come from there. Let's take a listen in now. We're going to have a word in from some of the boys here. Robert Lawrence from Freedom Mullet Racing now will tune in with us. I think probably better than anything to ask him about this one. Robert, how you doing tonight, sir?
Less than ideal.
I would figure much. This one has not been a very kind race to you, sir. Started out early troubles coming off turn 2. Was it just way too slick up there, or just to push too much power under the hood?
Mixture of both. Cold tires and getting a little greedy with the throttle pedal, and just luckily I was able to keep her up in the wall and not in everyone's way, so it is what it is.
Sure there. Well, nevertheless here, I know you got a lot of work and a lot of things kind of going through your mind, so we'll let you be there and hang it down with Freedom Mullet Racing, sir.
Alright, thank you.
The number 5, ladies and gentlemen, from Freedom Mullet Racing, Robert the Mullet Man Lawrence, as he will try to wing his way around the track. We'll have a word in from Sean Bounty here in just a second as well for Freedom Mullet Racing. He's had a little bit more of a proverbial kind of night. It brings out a pit road. Manages to beat out the 4 and the 53 here, so let's have a listen in. Bounty right now, the Bounty Hunter is currently making his way ahead and fighting it out pretty hard with these guys.
We're just kind of maintaining a top 5 perspective here. Up at the beginning, I was trying really hard to get by Ball so I can set my own pace and warm my tires out in that first run. And this last run, we were just kind of cruising, seeing if maybe we can get a long run and just have tires at the end of the run. But yeah, there really is. There is no passing here right now. It's just the way the truck's set up, the way the racing is. You really gotta wait for somebody to screw up big time, because it's kind of a lane and a half group. You can go anywhere you want on the track, but at the end of the day, when you come out of the corner, you need to have the room to get to lean it up against that outside wall and exit. If you don't have it, you don't got to run.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, though, I know a lot really playing through your mind, really trying to get yourself back into this hunt. So, do you think you can do it?
Oh yeah. This little group of guys up here, we're doing good. We're kind of holding our own, and you know, you can see where some of them are pushing it, and then they have a little give up in their cars, and they're figuring it out. And by the second half of it, it might just be follow the leader anyway, because we're getting used to it. And short of dive bombs and bumpers, it's just kind of gonna be kind of an eventless race. I'm not really in the mood to ruffle any feathers tonight. Just kind of want to get through this one, and top 10, top 5 should be good for me.
Definitely there. Well, nevertheless, best of luck there, sir.
Yep, thank you.
Sean Bounty, number 34. I can hear a little bit of that focus and that determination in his mind. Obviously, he's not trying to get himself too head over heels, not trying to get too high in the mentality rate, just trying to see maybe if he could survive out and finish this race up a bit. Good strategy on his end, but 19 laps remaining. He better be making sure he's putting a full throttle in there. Reaching their way around the corners of 3 and of 4. Which one will be the man to beat? Which one takes home the prize fund? Off of corner 4 to the green flag they go. Back to the action, and not a very good jump start, I would say, for the 6 machine. I'd say Jantic and Fornshell stuck with him there. This is what's going to play down to how long can you make the car last or truck last? How long can you keep out of trouble? Same can't be said for those in the back. Problems in the back end here, unfortunately. Saw Don the Diamond, unfortunately, going completely haywire there. Had nowhere to go and got stuck in the pack, if you will. Take a look at this one. He just could not get the truck to stabilize off of turn 2, and he was already sideways, and Thacker, well, yeah. Oh, man, the Mullet Man, just the Blaster Master tonight is not doing as well as he wanted to. Wow. A little bit of a rough gap, a little rough edge there for some of these guys. That's not what they wanted to do, obviously. They didn't want to get to this point and get to this moment, but that is just kind of how it works out sometimes. You just gotta keep up with the distance and keep up with the pace. Let's have a listen in here with 3Y Motorsports and their crew member number 32, Daniel Half. And Half tonight, dressed in all back in black, ready to march on the attack, and you have done much that same here. The 11 spots up here. You started in 22, you're up in 11th, but I know as well as anything, you're probably looking for a few more there, aren't you?
Yeah, hoping to get a couple more. Bit of a rough start to the beginning of the race. Got loose off of turn 4 right at the beginning, but been fighting back. Had a good long run car. A little bit of pit strategy got me a few more spots. Lost one on that last restart, but hoping I can get it back, get back in the top 10 by the end of this.
How tough would you say is it to even make some moves around here or pass? We heard some of the guys say earlier it's impossible to pass, and some finding other lines wherever. What do you think here?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. It's extremely hard to pass. You can get a good run on the inside, but it's so hard to hold it down there and get any run off the corner. The only way to get around someone is to try and get them on the high side. But everyone's been holding nice and tight through the high line of the corners. That it's hard to get that run.
For sure there. Whatever last half, we do appreciate your time here tonight, sir. Let's see if this one holds up.
Thank you.
For 3Y Motorsports, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Half and the 32 having a little chat with us. Feel just about ready to get back to the runoff here, back into the position. We'll take a listen down here with Dan the Man Starner as well from Freedom Mullet Racing. Take a little listen in here now as the man comes on board. Starner, I know this has been kind of up and down kind of season start, but tonight, a bit of a difference maker here, it seems like.
Yeah, I had a few technical difficulties in past weeks, but we're doing pretty good here. I'm going to try and just be conservative and see if I can finish top 10. If we can do top 5, that'd be great.
So with 14 laps left to go, I know obviously you have that number on the side of your truck as that you and I both represent when we can, but I gotta say right now, how difficult and how bad do you want to get that lobster here tonight when all is said and done?
I mean, it'd be great to put it away. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that, but right now we got 3 cars in the top 7 of our team, and that's awesome.
It certainly is. Well, nevertheless, the monster lobster waits for one of you guys out here, so we'll see who takes it.
Thank you.
Dan, the man starter on the number 14, having a little listen in here as we get ready to get back to the action. They will bring him off the clutches, off the strips, through turns 1 and 2, then down 3 and 4. We'll bring him back down and fight him off. They have 14 laps remaining. They best not be thinking about anything other than just survival here. This is a tough playing field. This is a tough battleground. Which one strikes it best? Through corner 3 and now out of turn 4. Here we go. They will bring him off the straights. Pace car coming off. It's time to wheel and deal it again. Here we go. Somebody has the magic in them, and somebody's going to get that magic feeling in victory lane. Janzik dives down straight ahead of the 90 of Richard Fornshell. May have been a bad move in certain regards. You got to be careful doing that. Someone going in with that kind of speed, they'll get you when you least expect it. All drivers coming clean through turn 2 this time. Everyone looking to just try to finish this race out. New Hampshire has been a tough omen for many of these guys, and a lot of them have been trying to fight the nerves and fight the ever so tough, the elusive win here that they've been looking for. We saw first-time winner Christian Wilcox get his W at Daytona of all places. We've seen the Zanny fam go to war and back with a wild child here last season. We've seen the mid-pack racing crew doing their usual, staying in that mid-pack range, but now this is where it all boils down to. This is the final leg of the race here. 12 remain, and the Zanny fam's on the attack. Jandik trying to make Josh Ball think about this one just a little bit. Josh, he knows one thing is for certain: to go back-to-back would mean everything because it can give him a points lead and a difference maker here. But in order to do so, he'll have to try to hold off the full throttle assaults that lead in from behind. Everybody doing what they can to get up there to him, trying to get something dialed up. The pure feed number 90 of Richard Fornshell, pretty much right where he's been this entire day. From 3rd to 3rd, he has not really left that spot, but Janzik has left quite a few areas and a lot left on the line. Here we go, back and forth, coming out of turn number 1 and 2. Janzik with a runoff on the bottom leads it in, but Ball, what an impressive display of horsepower and control he puts to use. The Winn-Dixie 6 blocking, making sure it works there as his favor. Ball trying to keep Janzik down. Janzik looking for an opening, looking to strike. We've got 10 to go. Which one's going to blink first? Oh, somebody's blinking badly. We got Daniel Half gone. Daniel Half has wrecked out of turn 4. No. Oh, I thought we were going to get that one to a hard finish. It did not play out that way, but let's take a look and see what happened here. Drove it up high and may have brought it in a little too close to the 35 or 88 of Garth Snyder. Yep, he did. Snyder just collecting him, caught the tire, and yeah, Joshua Caudill is another one that just can't seem to catch a break here tonight, unfortunately. Taking a look at it from another angle here. We'll take a close look at the 88. I'm not sure there, folks. Honestly, that one's kind of hard to call. I would say more than likely it was a little bit of netcode / lag, if you will. It's one thing we really hate to say around here is netcode. We try to keep it more realistic than anything, but here's what happened. Let's say maybe that rear end did touch a little bit. You can see the 32 did get a tag in the side there. I would not have thought that would have been enough to catch the rear end and make it spin out like that, but then again, I don't really know what to expect around here anymore. Let's have a listen in here with one of the mid-pack boys.
What's up, buddy?
Well, I was just why is it every time I'm about to bring in one of the mid-pack guys, I'm just trying to talk with one of your other crew, and yet you come in here, Stacker?
You mess with one of us, you get all of us. Mid-pack way, bud.
Don't worry about that. Here's what's important. I'm sitting 15th with about 29 on lead laps. That means I'm literally almost perfectly mid-pack.
Do I need to say anything else? Stacker, you want to talk to him?
Oh, I'm gonna dump him for 15th. That's just all there is to say.
Hey, but look, let's just make this pack right here on air that we both wreck Clegg out. It doesn't matter what else happens.
Number one, I'm not behind the wheel. Number two, I'm just trying to call the race. So,
well,
Can
just
we,
know, if Clegg wrecks, it was on purpose.
Okay.
Can we call out Russ and George for breaking team orders and running their own paint? I mean, look at these things of beauty. These things are beautiful. Why would they not want to run these?
I don't know. You two decipher that down below. I'm gonna put you back both in your spot here. All these. Thank you for coming on board, Forsyth, by the way.
Bye.
See you, buddy.
It's good to see you, Thacker.
Appreciate it.
Yep. He's not gonna leave, folks. Let's just.
Oh, you want me to go to my own? I thought you was gonna move me. You're gonna.
No, I was moving Forsyth. Usually you move your own around here.
Okay, I'll move myself. And just do you, buddy. And have fun for the rest of the race. And I hope we put on a show for you.
Fair enough. I swear I cannot escape him, guys. I really cannot. Whoever let, by the way, producers, whoever let Thacker in here, you better let me know now because I gotta get it. I gotta put my firewall back up. That guy could not leave us alone. Oh man. One more lap around and then we're going green again. They'll have 5 remaining on this restart. Oh boy, if I'm Craig Jantic and I'm Josh Ball, my first thought is this: do not miss this restart. This whole shot determines everything. With 5 to go, anybody's guess who's going to walk this one to the ball. Someone either way is taking home a monster lobster. And that is going to be either the 40, the 6, maybe the 90, the 33, the 34, the 4, or even maybe that 14 laying back there. You guys decipher at home. I can't call this one. 53 of Christian Wilcox even hanging around, proving that it was not a fluke at Daytona. He can hang with the best. Somebody's going to get the W here. They're all on their feet. Look at this. The crowd is up there standing on all their crowd legs. They want to see this. The crab legs are up. The drivers are in. It's time to find us a winner. Who's taking home the W? Firing them off out of turn 1 and 2. Boy, they packed this one in good. They packed it in deep. Everyone trying to make it stick. We're gonna be we're gonna remain with 4 laps to go. The Man Beast's in trouble though. William Mann Jr. crashing it out a little bit, gets sideways and into the grass. Oh, there's more trouble down there. Big wreck right behind the leaders. Everybody wrecking out in 4. And now this is gonna set up a green-white checkered restart. But what on earth happened here? Wait a minute, don't tell me I see Forsyth there. He didn't actually try to go for Steve Clegg, did he? I swear if those two actually did, I'm going to have to refrain them from ever joining the booth again. Here's what happened. Oh! Steve Clegg, 22, ended up getting into the Mambies. William Mann Jr. and Clegg end up kind of on the receiving end. Oh my God! Good Lord, the Man Beast just got derailed, sent to the Shadow Realm and something else. Good Lord. Upside down, but that is, ouch. Let's just look at it from this replay here. Let's see right here. Looks like Clegg was trying to hit the brakes. The man beast was found himself in a bad spot, and he's trying to keep it away from getting into drivers, but that same can't be said there. Everyone getting into a big wreck. Good Lord, though. William is calling in the truck. He says, I'm okay, but I feel like I just got spun right round, baby, right round. Oh, come on, man beast. Let's look one more time here. We're going to take a very close eye on Steve Clegg here. We'll see if he hit the throttle at the wrong time or if he overshot it and got man beast here. Looked like maybe William Mann Jr. was braking at a certain time and Clay couldn't avoid it. It's hard to say, but I don't know. You guys be the judge on that one. We're going to bring it down to a green-white checkered finish here. Not going to bring any more drivers in at this moment. We're going to let them fire it off. And plus, I think a lot of them down there are probably a little bit more miffed than anything. I know there was a lot of guys involved in that wreck here. So a green, white, checker finish. Again, they only get so many attempts at this one as well. Yeah, here's the ultimate problem here. That's 6. You see Josh Ball kind of turned into the Brian Alonso so far of our league here. That being like he can really keep his position. He's extremely quick and very tough to beat on speed-wise. He's pretty fast on his run. And he's putting something up on these guys time and time again. Is that going to happen yet again here? The wild shot, bring in James Tell the Cowboys suck. I'm not bringing in the boys to have to come at me over that one. I really lie. Well, as a Packers fan, you know my answer to that. So it's all I'm going to tell you. Race fans, this is what you come to see. You come to see the wild racing and wild finish. This is going to be a wild moment. Maybe these drivers may not forget who wins this one out. This go around here settles the score. Who is going to take advantage and who's walking away with it? Green flag out. They're going to dive down quickly here. They're going to go for everything they got. Look at Whitehead. Oh, he puts a bumper right into Janzik. Janzik knows he cannot make any mistakes here if he's going to catch ball. Whitehead, though, makes a big error there coming off of turn 2. Oh, they'll make an even bigger error coming out of turn 2. Adam Scrum and the 10 of Zach Derrick and colliding down once again. Turn 2 claims another set of victims. They'll have one more green-white checker to get this one in, but what the heck happened here? Looked like Derrick may have found himself in a bad spot. 3 wide slow in turn 2. That's not exactly smart here at New Hampshire. And unfortunately, Charles Whitehead couldn't get out of the way in time. Neither did the 10. He couldn't get it settled down. That's just a bad spot to be in, and they know it, but that's how racing can be sometimes. You don't even think about things like that. You just go for it. You know it's a bad spot. You know it's a bad place, but it's what you have to do to win. And now for Ball, he's going to have to find a way to hold off Janzik a second time here. Heartbreaking triumph for many drivers, and a lot of them trying to stay in play, staying on the run and on the road. time is running out. And this is their last chance. They're going to let this one soak in just a little bit. This green-white checkered attempt can either make or break somebody's season. What will it be? I know we're only a couple races in, but as of late, man, this has been a hard charge, hard start for everybody. They've been fighting it out time and time again, trying to keep their distances, trying to keep their chances and hopes alive. Many big names have walked through the doors, walked onto the turf, and worked it out and raced with the best. Can they do it again? The Winn-Dixie, number 6 to Josh Ball, the Champion Power Equipment, number 40 at Greg Zanny Fan Janzik, the Pet Feed, number 90 at Richard Fornshell, the Zenoa, number 34 of Sean the Bounty Hunter Bounty, and then of course, you saw Triple J came to play Whitehead and firing a huge run there on turn 1. Made a mistake, and now he's going to have to look side by side with his old nemesis, the Marauder himself, James Harris. Which one of these drivers will walk away with the W and will take home the Monster Lobster? We'll fire him off once again. When they enter into turn 2, they will drive it hard in. But can they hold their line? We saw it, turn 2 has been getting the best of everybody tonight, one way or another. No one has been able to master it. No one has been able to keep it in play and on track. Will it happen again? Ball is making a big risk here. He's going outside this time. He's not going to stay inside. Janzik knows this could be his golden opportunity to take him down. Off of turn number 4, they line him up. They're a little bit of a huff start here. The driver's trying to line him back around. Green flag is out. Janzik's going to send it in deep and make it stick. Ball managing to stay close to the outside, hugging the corners. Everybody stays clean, no trouble. Oh, there's big trouble. Diamond losing it. Oh, he saved it though, coming on that back straightaway. Oh, but Adam Scrum, same can't be said for him. His night's over with. Look at that, Sean Bounty sneaking his way right on the outside. Janzik gonna slow down tremendously here. White flag is out. Sean Bounty said earlier, I didn't want blood on my hands. He just put some on his hands there. He puts a bumper there to the Zanny fam. Janzik is in trouble. Fornshell trying to get ahead of him as well. The Marauder James Harris going to sneak his way back out of the back straightaway, looking for one more runoff. But coming out of turn 3 and a turn number 4, Josh Ball left all alone. He'll win another one back to back for the 6th. And James Harris sent to the shadow round bracket out of turn 4. They wreck hard coming down that front straightaway. Watch out, boys. Watch out. Oh, my goodness. Huge wreck implicated on the front straightaway. Couldn't tell where all that started from or where that even began at. But nevertheless, Josh Ball finds himself as the winner and goes back to back in maybe the most opportunistic of times when he needed it most. Certainly a happy camper in that shot. Wow, what a wild race into that one, to say the least. Presented by Green Mountain Grills, here is our race results. Josh Ball wins it. Second goes to Greg Zanny Fam Janzik. Third to Sean Bounty. Fourth to Triple Trey came to play Whitehead. Fifth to Stan the Man Star. Sixth to Richard Fornshell. Seventh to Christian Wilcox. Eighth to Sheldon Pearson. Ninth to Russell Kilgore. 10th going to George Young. Rounds out your top 10. Here's your final results as well. Finishers in this race here. And boy, what a wild, wild, wild night of action. Every driver gave it their heart and soul, trying to give themselves something to work with or something to work off of. And it's for some, it just did not play out the way they were hoping for, to say the least. We will bring it in now and talk with our drivers. Let's go ahead and have a listen in here now. Sean Bounty. You know, he was telling us earlier on he wasn't sure about this one. Well, be sure now, my friend. You're walking away with a top finisher here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, It is Sean the Bounty Hunter Bounty here in the 34, and Bounty representing the Toyota Tundra here tonight, my friend. You had pretty much set a 1-2-3 pace here with the other field, but hanging on there with Janzik to the end. You got into him coming off that front straightaway. What happened there?
Yeah, I mean, just like I was saying before, just hanging in there. I felt like we had a top 5 car, and a matter of, you know, all those extra cautions and everybody trying to push a little bit to get what they could, making some diving moves, trying to make something happen. And I just committed to the outside line as much as I could, just to stay nice and consistent. I really felt like a lap before the final lap, I was gonna take over second, and I don't know if we were it was 3 wide, or Craig got loose and we went 3 wide. But I felt like I needed to check up and give him some room so I didn't get slammed into the wall, and I kind of kissed second place goodbye just to make sure we brought it home. But yeah, these Green Mountain Grilling machines are they were on fire tonight.
They were indeed, my friend, but nevertheless, you are on fire, walking away to top 3. Who do you want to thank you for this?
I gotta thank Josh Ball and Craig for letting me keep 3rd place and not getting anything better.
Sure. Fair enough. Well, nevertheless, Bounty, congratulations on your top 3, sir. It's good to see you here once again.
Yep, thanks for your broadcast and everything you guys do. Take care.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Sean Bounty. What a finish. And you heard me say a minute ago that the Toyota Tundra came into that 3rd. Well, the reason I even bring up the manufacturers, because something we just noticed now, actually, a Tundra 3rd, 2nd to the Zanny fam, and he's driving the Chevrolet Silverado down there. So let's have a listen in here now as he comes on board with us. Congratulations there, Janzik. But, oh boy, what a finish.
Oh boy is a certain word, yeah. Oh boy. You know, what a great race though. I mean, kudos to Ball. He is definitely going to give me a run for my money this whole season. I really want one of these truck championships. It's pretty much all I don't have right now. I'm going to give it my all, but damn, Ball is speedy.
Yeah, he is speedy. He was tough to take down, but at the end of the day, man, you was giving all you had. What happened on the last restart, though? It seemed like you had a chance, and then you got kind of caught up there with Bounty in them.
Yeah, Bounty fired off amazing, and again, good for him. He fired off really well, and he hung on my right rear, and that's what he's supposed to do. I hold no salt to it. He is you know, going for a win just like I was, and if I made a mistake and Ball made a mistake, guess who's there? Bounty. So it was I needed that little extra space to be able to make that happen, and unfortunately I didn't have it. And that is what it is. It's racing. This was a fun track. This was almost as fun as it was last season, and I might have thought it was just as fun if I was that one spot better. But yeah, I think we ran where we deserved to run today, and that's all we can continue to do to hold this points lead.
Fair enough there, Janzik, and nevertheless, as you hold the points lead coming away second, who do you want to thank here tonight in the Silverado Chevrolet?
Oh yeah, buddy. Got to thank Champion Power Equipment, running finally the official 2022 Grant Enfinger Champion Power Equipment scheme. And boy, does it look good. That yellow is stunning, and I can't wait to actually see it on track with the number 23 like it's supposed to come around Daytona next season. Thanks to Green Mountain Grills, our league sponsor, for their support. It's amazing to have such great people on your side. And thanks to all the admins that put in hours and hours to make this as fun as it is. Thanks to you guys at PTM for amazing broadcasts. And we'll catch you tomorrow night at Richmond, where we will probably do much more of the same. Another multi-groove track. It should be great.
We will certainly do that indeed here. But Janzik, congratulations, sir, and great to hear from you again.
Oh yeah, bud. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Regaining its points lead and holding on to the end. The Zanny fam may have some work to do, because right now, the one we're talking to in victory lane, driving the Ford F-150, ladies and gentlemen, the number 6, it's Josh Ball, your race winner. And Josh, this whole night, we were wondering, would you be challenged and can you handle it? Well, you proved us right.
Yeah, I mean, I knew Craig was going to be fast, so I was just, just biding my time, tried to save tires mid-race when we had that long run, and then, when it came there to the end, it was just watching his line, running my line, but making sure that I kept him back there.
It certainly did, indeed. I know you had a lot of run-ins, had a lot of stuff going down when you could in the time or two, but One thing I've got to figure out is how on earth did you somehow, some way hold these guys and keep yourself in play with this as way as what you did?
I mean, it was mostly just saving tires throughout the most of the race. It was honestly, it's basically the same kind of track as last week, so I just employed the same idea I did then. Same drive, really, almost exactly the same. So I know they talked about it being multi-groove, which it is a little bit, but not really. So that's kind of why it kind of paid off a little bit.
Well, it ended up paying off to the very end, and you found the magic at the Magic Mile. So, what do you want to thank you for this one, sir?
Yeah, I just want to thank James for putting on the league. GMG champion for hosting us, and everybody that comes out and racing. You guys doing the broadcast. Otherwise, just my teammates. Dan, Sheldon, Adam, all those guys. I know a couple of them couldn't make it tonight, but yeah, that's about it.
Well, we appreciate your time here tonight, Josh. Congratulations once again. Great to see you here.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the number 6, Josh Ball, walking away with the W here tonight from the Green Mountain Girls Fast and Fun Truck Series race in New Hampshire. And a big thank you again to GMG and their support. Be sure to visit them up on their website, greenmountaingirls.com, and check them out on their social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, to check out your local latest products, as well as their greatest line of wood fire pellet grills. Never miss a beat with them. And thank you to those that tuned in here as well. We appreciate your support tonight, folks. It's been a long one, but for all of us here at PTM Racing TV, we thank you. We bid you good day and good night. We will see you very, very soon tomorrow night.